Hey everyone, I hope you are all well and having a great summer. London has not been very sunny in the past few weeks, but today it's a glorious day. So, a few of you know that I absolutely adore my morning walks. I start my day like that and have asked me whether I just get out of bed and go for my morning walk without doing anything. No, I make sure that I have 15 minutes to get my body ready to hit the road and that my body is oiled. I'm almost, how to say, I try to get rid of the tensions I woke up with, and I also take those 15 minutes to just assess my body, just to see how my day is going to be. Right, so if you are ready, my mat is ready, so let's get to it. We will start standing. Right, so we start feet and knees hip width apart. I usually don't put a lot of technique into this class because it's just a mobility class for me, as I said a few minutes ago, just to assess how my body is feeling. And then it's the first thing I do in the morning after brushing my teeth, so I'm still quite sleepy. And I don't really put a lot of effort in the technique. I'm just focusing on moving my body so that my walk is effective. Right, so feet and knees hip width apart. I do a quick check of how my body is feeling while I am standing, whether I am feeling dizzy, whether my balance is bad or good. Well, I just go with the flow and see how my day, how my morning is. Right, arms down by your side. We're going to bring those arms up to the ceiling. So I try not to push my ribcage so much to the front and compress my lower back. I try to keep a neutral alignment. Shoulders are away from my ears. Right, so I use that time to stretch. So my feet are grounded. My hands are pushing to the ceiling. And as I exhale, I roll down to the floor. And I just let my body fold down to the ground quite heavily. I check my ankles and I just let my upper body just drop down and switch, turn my head side to side to assess my neck. Good, and I inhale, I roll all the way back up and bring my arms up to the ceiling. Again, we're going to do that 2 more times. And exhale, roll down, 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 down. Heavy upper body. If you have to bend your knees at that stage, usually in the morning, I tend to bend my knees slightly. And once I find my balance and I feel grounded, I try to extend my legs as much as I can. And as I said, I listen to my body and I just do what it needs. Good, and we inhale, we roll all the way back up, bringing the arms up to the ceiling. Yes. Feet are still grounded. Good, and we roll down again, and this time we're going to get into our downward dog. So we roll down, 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 hands flat on the ground, and we walk into downward dog. Right, so for some of us, doing a downward dog in the morning is not going to be the easiest thing to do. And the reason why I say always, include a downward dog in my morning routine, it's because as I said earlier, I want to assess my body. I want to see and feel where things are not quite right. So if I have any tightness at the back of my legs, in my lower back, in my shoulders and my neck, this is a good position for me to just assess all that. And also if I am not feeling nauseous or dizzy. I am a middle-aged woman. I am going through perimenopause. So all this, sorry boys, if this is too much information, all this is important for me to assess as I want my morning walk to be effective. Right, so I hold the position for a little while. Good, and from there I hold the position for about a minute and a half. Good, and I bring my shoulders over my wrists and I bring my knees down and I find my all fours position. Right, so from there we're going to do some cat and cow. So exhale, cat. We press the shins down, arms are straight but the elbows are soft and the shoulders are away from the ears. And inhale, send the tailbone away and arch the spine gradually, and finally the crown of the head. So you don't want to feel any compression in your lower back at that stage. No, no, no. And we exhale from the tailbone, pulling that belly button in, and we round the spine up to the ceiling. Good, and again, we inhale, extend that spine, keep the shoulders away from your ears. Good. And exhale, start to curl the pelvis and then gradually all the way up to the crown of the head. Let's do that one more time. And inhale, send the tailbone away and curl the spine, arch the spine. Very nice. And exhale, round that spine again. Good. And come back to a neutral position. Now that we are back into a neutral position, so that belly button is in, we are going to get into our sexy cat. So we rock forward, shift the hips to the right, round the spine to the heels, and shift the hips to the left. So as you can see, my arms are not bending. My arms are staying straight. I am pushing the floor away from me. Good, and extend, roll to the front and shift to the right, roll to the heels, shift to the left and roll to the front. So we exhale to go to the back, the spine is curled. And as we inhale to the left, we extend the spine to the front. Let's do that one more time. And exhale, belly button in, pushing the floor away. Take that time to assess how your back is doing. We're going to the left now. Check if your shoulders are tight, if your back muscles are tight, if your lower back is tight, if your wrists are tight. Mine can be very, very tight in the morning, my ankles as well. Good, and let's do 2 more circles. Very nice. And again. Good, and let's come back to that neutral position. So I am not going too slow nor too fast. This little workout, as I said at the beginning, is meant to just be a flowing workout and just get me ready for my walk. So I'm not really paying a lot of attention to my form, etc. But I try as much as I can. Right, from here we curl the toes under, we push ourselves in the downward facing dog, and from there the body has moved already. I usually have tight ankles in the morning, so I walk my legs just to stretch the back of my calves and to get rid of the tension I have in my ankles and in my toes. If you were here with me, you would hear them cracking a lot. Good, let's do a few more on each side. Good, left, and once more on the right, and once more on the left. Right, so from here, we are going to bring the right foot outside of the right leg. So we roll the shoulders over the wrists, right foot next to the right leg. Hold on, let me do that on the left side so that you can see what I am doing. So shoulders over the wrists, left foot outside of the left hand. Bring your right knee down to the floor and curl the right toes. And from there, extend the spine. So if you want to be on the tips of your fingers here, you can do that. The chest is long. We're going to straighten that left leg, flex your left ankle. The spine is staying as straight as possible. Good. And we roll forward to stretch the right hip flexors. So right hip flexors over there. Good. And push away again on the tips of the fingers if we must. And we roll forward, we push that pelvis forward to stretch the front of the right hip. And we roll to the back again to stretch the back of the left leg. Let's do that 2 more times. And forward. And backwards. Good. And forward. The shoulders stay away from the ears. And backwards. Good. And let's come back to the front, curling the right toes under, lifting the right knee, getting the left leg next to the right leg. Good. So from here I'm going to bring my right leg outside of my right hand, left knee down, uncurl the left toes, and I am going to do the same. So I extend my right leg, I flex my right ankle, I push the floor away, so stretching the back of my right leg, and I roll forward to stretch the front of my left hip. Good. And again, rolling to the back, stretching that right leg, and rolling to the front, stretching the front of the left hip. Sorry. Going to the back, stretching the right leg, and rolling to the front, stretching the left hip and the left quadriceps. Good. And again to the back and rolling to the front. Let's do that 1 more time. Stretching to the back and rolling to the front. Perfect. Good. We curl the left toes under, we lift the left knee off the floor, and we bring the right leg back. We adjust our plank, and very slowly we go all the way down to the ground and bring the hands one on top of the other under the forehead for just a few baby swans. So the legs are hip width apart. The belly button is off the floor to protect your lower back. You don't want your belly button to just drop down into the mat. You want that tailbone to go towards your heels. And you want the pelvis to stay very still as you are moving your upper body. Right, so forehead on the hands, one hand on top of each other, as I already said that. Shoulders away from your ears, wide elbows. Good. And from here, we brush the nose over the hands. We lift the head. We lift the upper body. We press the lower ribs into the ground. Shoulders are away from your ears. And we come back down as we exhale. Good. Inhale, lengthen and lift. So it's like someone is pulling you from the crown of the head towards the front of the room, lengthening the spine. Good. And we come back. Let's do 3 more. And we inhale, lengthening that head. Good. And coming back. Let's do 2 more, brushing that nose over the hand as you inhale, rolling the shoulders back, pressing the lower ribs into the ground. Good. And let's exhale back. And let's do that 1 more time, brushing the nose over the hands and lengthening that spine. Perfect. Good. Let's bring everything down again. Let's bring the hands under the shoulders, pushing the chest up and bring your pelvis to your heels. Just for a quick back rest. Let's get back to our fours, and we have another set of downward dog. Curl the toes under and push. Now assess your ankles, assess your body, your neck, your shoulders and everything. Good. And from there we're going to come back to the ground and get into our mermaid's pose. So the mermaid, With the mermaid, we're going to focus on opening the hips and the chest rotation, right? So if this position is not easy for you, you can just do it sitting on a chair, going side and rotating, right? So this is for another day, but I am just sharing what I do in the morning with you today without any modification. So arms out into the T position, right hand down. This is my right arm. Good, so we try to create a straight line from the right arm and the left arm. And from here, we're going to side bend to the right. Shoulders are away from your ears. That left rib cage is pushing up to the ceiling. And we come back. Let's do 2 more. Down. And come back. And once more. And come back. Now we're going to add a rotation to this, and we're going to do 5 of that. So from where we are, we're going to open the chest to the back. So you don't want your right shoulder to just collapse as you do this. You want the right shoulder to stay away from your ear. You open from the rib cage. Okay, so everything is around the rib cage. So waist and above. We open to the back and we rotate. We bring that left arm down to the ground. Keep the feeling of pushing the floor away. Try to square the upper body and open to the back. And let's rotate down to the ground again. Good, we keep that spine very long. We don't want to have a head that is poorly dropping down. We keep everything in line. And we open. And we come back. We have 2 more to do. We open and we come back and again open and coming back. Good, perfect. Arms into the T, let's switch sides. Good, arms out and we side bend to the left, pushing the right rib cage above and coming back and again. And coming back. And last one, and coming back up, and this time we're going to rotate down to the ground, and we open, and we rotate down, and we open, and down, and let's do 2 more. We open, and we come back. And we open. Good. And that's it for our rotation of the chest. Now we're going to lie on our back for the hip rolls. So, if you are lying down on a mat, you want your feet to be as wide as your mat. On the mat, but as wide as the mat, not outside the mat. On the mat, and try to center yourself. So the arms are slightly wider than your hips, and from there we're going to roll the knees to the right, exhale to come back, roll the knees to the left, and exhale to come back. I like this exercise because it loosens up my lower back without forcing anything. Sometimes I'm stiffer than other days. I just go with the flow. I take it as it comes. I don't get angry at myself. There's no point. The body will always be right. And the body will always do what it feels. So you better walk hand in hand together with your body. Let's do 1 more on each side. And coming back, last one on the left. Perfect. And bringing the knees back. So let's bring that right ankle to the left knee. And let's grab the back of that left knee and pull the knee to you. So try not to hike the hips on one side or the other. Try to keep the hips squared and pull. Now just breathe normally. We're going to hold for about 10 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and let's switch sides. So pull that right knee to you, left ankle to the right knee. Exhale, pull the knee to you, and then just breathe normally. Relax the shoulders. You want to feel the shoulder blades grounded and away from your ears. So I believe that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Now we keep the knees up to the chest, hands on the knees. As we exhale, we're going to pull those knees to the chest, circle them out, and inhale, pushing them away. And exhale, opening them to the sides. Inhale and push them away. Let's do 3 more this way. When I do that in the morning, it feels great on my lower back. It really loosens up everything. I tend to wake up with a lot of tension in my lower back. It's because of how I sleep. Good, Ali, one more time. I don't know if you need to know all that, but I want to share this with you. Good, so we push the knees away. We exhale out to the sides and we bring the knees back in. Inhale. Inhale to push away. There is an alarm on the street. Here we go. The reality of community life. Good, we come back. And let's do that one more time. And we come back, lovely. Right, so now we're going to get into our happy baby to open the hips. To walk, it's great to open the hips. We have worked on all planes of motion up to now, and you will want to have loose hips to just have a nice and lovely walk. It will help in your gait. Right, so feet up to the ceiling. The sole of your feet are parallel to the ceiling. Now grab the inside of your legs. I know it's not a very elegant position, but this is how it goes. So relax the shoulders. We want to push, so the tailbone is off the floor, that's fine. And we want to push the knees down towards the ground as we try to open the feet out to the sides. No tension in the neck and the shoulders. Now we take some deep breaths in and we hold that position for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here we go again, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we bring everything back, and I believe that now we are very ready for a lovely morning walk in the park. Now, in addition to that, once I am up, I am not going to do that today, I stretch my calves. I make sure that my ankles are mobile and not stiff before I go out. So make sure that you do that. You can just put your toes on the stairs and go up and down, put your foot on a block and just rock forward and backwards. Any calf stretches, you know, will do. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed me sharing my morning routine. I change it sometimes, especially the chest rotations one. I really assess how my body is feeling on the day and I just adapt my exercises to how my rotation feels like on the day I am doing my pre-walking workout. Right, so if you have any question, you know that I am very open to anything, so please do let me know if you need any more information. It was lovely to have you again with me today here, and I'll see you next time for the next video. Take care, bye.